Hi, it's Tara Green, and it's December the 9th, and here are the astrological aspects of the day. As you can see, the moon is in Libra, the sign that's supposed to be all about peace and balance and harmony. It rules the arts, relationships, human resources, communications, ambassadors, socializing, all of that stuff, right? All that nice stuff. And Librans always want to be nice. Okay, so the moon is opposite Chiron in Aries, and that means we may be feeling kind of vulnerable at this point. It's the balance between, do I keep my defenses up or do I let them down? Or you may find some resistance to getting to be close to someone because they've got their walls up. Okay, now that's at night, so then that might transform into your dreams where you're, battling big walls and things like that. The moon is in conjunct Uranus and Taurus. Now, Uranus and Taurus is going to be much more important to us as Jupiter and Saturn enter Aquarius on December the 21st, the big touted age of Aquarius beginning, because Uranus in modern astrology rules Aquarius. And in Taurus, it's very earthy. It's another fixed sign like Aquarius, very stubborn. Okay, so here's the moon in Libra wanting to connect, talk, relate, of course, in Libra nature to Uranus and Taurus. And Uranus and Taurus is a bit of a paradox because Taurus is, again, very stubborn, very sensuous, want to make sure that nothing changes, and Uranus is the planet of radical change. So you may find things being perplexing or chaotic, or people want freedom. That's a Uranian trait, want freedom in relationships. So you may be perplexed because people say they want to be close and then they don't. Okay. Now, the sun also squares Neptune in Pisces. Now, this can be an incredibly inspiring, optimistic, the cheerleaders, yeah, let's put on a show, let's win the day kind of energy. It's kind of beautiful. Jupiter rules both of these signs, Sagittarius and Pisces, by the way. And Jupiter is, of course, getting to move into Aquarius at the last degrees of Capricorn right now. So, again, this is very dreamy. You may find yourself daydreaming or escaping. I want to fly, I want to travel, I want to adventure. Any kind of a dream of a higher education or teaching or publishing or any project like that you want to move on. That's good to kind of, really get inspired about that dream. You're very persuasive, whatever you're excited about. There's kind of this sage wisdom with Neptune and Pisces, which, feels connected to everyone. So you may want to get up on your soapbox. Sagittarius also rules politics. You may want to do some political sloganing or, take the high road. That's the sun in Sag. Take the high road. Use some humor about this pretty horrible situation we're in. Neptune rules viruses. So Neptune and Pisces, you could blame Neptune for, in some ways, creating this worldwide virus for sure. That's what that's about. Now, that could be further restrictions, of course, at this point, because people are trying to protect themselves against the virus, and also things coming from foreign countries, trade deals, all kinds of that, and conflicts in some sense too. Now, people are not seeing eye to eye, even though we should be resolved that we are all one. We should go in one direction in unity, and that's what Aquarius is really all about. Now, the moon in Libra sextiles Mercury and Sag. Now, Mercury and Sag is also a little bit of a kind of multi-dimensional thinking all over the place. Mercury and Sag is very distracted, so it can be very idealistic and nice and dreaming again about something inspiring, funny, humor. You need someone to make you laugh. At this point, you need to make other people laugh. The moon then in conjuncts Neptune and Pisces. So again, we're kind of having it's interesting when the planets do this, connecting with each other in the same ways, in different ways. So again, this in conjunct is a 150-degree aspect where the planets are 5 signs apart in very different elements. So air and water. Air and water, if you put them together, the wind or the air evaporates the water, and water over air makes turbulent waves and things like that. So kind of think about that as an element. Now, that only happens in Pacific Standard Time. It will happen, of course, the next day in Eastern and Greenwich Mean Time. Again, your dreams. Frustrated, wanting to connect to source. You could be feeling psychically blocked, which actually I've heard other psychics tell me there's like a veil between them and their higher self, which they're not used to feeling, but it's been going on all year. So really meditate before you go to sleep on being able to remember your dreams, being awake in your dreams, and see what happens. And drink lots of water. That would help too. And then the moon in Libra sextiles the sun in Sag. And again, that's a nice harmonious aspect between the luminaries or the lights. Again, it happens at 11:22, those master numbers in Pacific Standard Time, and of course on the 10th in Eastern and Greenwich Mean Time. I can't believe we're that close to the solstice, getting ready for the big solar eclipse on the 14th as well. So wishing you all the best blessings. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. Follow me on my blog at infinitynow.wordpress.com. And I'm on Instagram and Twitter too, wishing you all the best blessings.